Hello and welcome to the Tailor Fitted, the men's fashion and lifestyle channel. My name is Ollie and I've got an itch in my nose. Let's do that again. Hello and welcome to the Tailor Fitted, the men's fashion and lifestyle channel. My name is Ollie and today we're gonna go through 7 tips on how to take care of your mental health. So now more than ever, it's a time where mental health is such a massive subject, and I felt it's really important, especially to speak to my audience. I know it's heavily male dominated, that we talk about these things. And I know I've got a responsibility, I feel that I've got a responsibility as well to, just literally touch on subjects that often doesn't really get spoken about amongst men, which is mental health. It affects a lot of us more than we think. And there's little things that can trigger or just push someone over the edge. And it could happen to anyone. So I felt that it's important to make this video just to give you guys a few ideas on how to keep and maintain good mental health, all right? It's so easy to kind of get caught up in the cycle of moaning and complaining, whining about this isn't going my way, but if you focus on what you have, it might put things into perspective. So for example, I've lost a lot of friends at a very young age, and I'm growing up and I'm living life, and they unfortunately did not get to experience that. They've got families, they've got parents, siblings who are living on without them. And when I wake up, I almost make it a practice just to say thank you just for being alive. And I feel that the fact that I'm alive, I'm also here for a reason, and it gives me a sense of purpose and that drive to achieve that purpose as well. So even though things might be rough, even the very art of breathing, not a lot of people are breathing this literally like that. People have taken their last breath. We're so fortunate to breathe sometimes without even thinking about it. And there's so much to be thankful for, do you know what I'm saying? You might have a roof over your head. There's many who doesn't have a roof over their head. You've got food in your fridge. Might not be in date, but there's loads of people who do not even have a fridge, do you know what I'm saying? So count your blessings, and it really will put things into perspective, no matter the situation. Number 2, take care of your physical health. Health is wealth. I am a living testimony that, to me, going to the gym, it improves my day rapidly. I feel so good, I feel so energized. I'm a morning person, and if I exercise in the morning or in the afternoon, it feels like my day has started all again after going to the gym for even if it's just an hour. Just having that physical exercise really gets the blood pumping. Like the first few times you might not enjoy it, your body might be aching, but it kind of puts things into perspective because you want to have good workout sessions. And in order to have that, you probably start thinking about your diet as well. So if you're eating bare chocolates, bare fatty foods, your workout's gonna be stiff. But if you want a good workout, you have to replace those foods with better foods that are more suitable to a healthy diet. So having a workout routine or regular physical exercise is really good for your mental health, and I highly recommend it. If lack of money or finance is the situation, literally just run around a block, do sit-ups in your room. There's so many videos on YouTube where you can do home training, but just do even 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. Start working that into your routine, and I'm sure you will see great results. When you find yourself getting stressed out or bogged down and feeling like you can't really take on what is going on around you, do just take that time to just take yourself out of that space and just breathe. I've had it firsthand when I've been at work and I've been so stressed out, everything is just on top of me. And I'm like, I found it hard to breathe. I literally had to just go to a separate room by myself and just take deep breaths, and I felt so good afterwards, man. I think it was just 10 minutes I just took to myself, and I was like, nah, I really need to just consciously make sure that I don't get stressed out, because as I said, There's little triggers that can just push you over the edge. And if you think about these things, if you're more aware of these things and you can take control, these things won't overshadow you or overtake you. I even ordered like these stress ball things and just something just to calm me down. So yeah, I would highly recommend actively doing what you can to avoid any entry point of stress to the point where it just overbears you. And if you do find yourself in that situation, go for a walk, take deep breaths. I bought a Fitbit, and there's a great part of this app which you can, I think it's 2 and 5 minute options where you watch this circle and then you breathe in and out, breathe in and out, and it really allows you to calm down. So if you can't do it by yourself, you can get these assisted apps. I'm sure you can probably find it on your phone, that you could just watch and follow these breathing instructions, and it really just calms you down. Important. Don't forget to have fun. There's a lot of times where we just live day by day doing what we have to do. We might have meeting schedules, we might have other things scheduled, but don't forget to have some fun. Inject a bit of laughter into that. Inject a bit of anything that you love doing, whether it's gaming, sports, watching a comedy. Just make sure you plan that into your day. Even if it's 30 minutes, 10 minutes, don't forget to have fun, man. Make sure. Now, it's often been said that a messy bedroom kind of reflects the state of mind of the inhabitant. And, you know, if your mind is all over the place, then that might explain why your room is a mess. So for me, especially, if I've got a big task ahead of me and I want something to get done and I really need to focus, before I even attempt that task, I'm just gonna tidy up, reset, put everything where it needs to be, and just get my environment in a nice, orderly fashion. And then ideas just pop up. I'm a creative, so producing good ideas is really important to me, and I find it very difficult to do that in environments of chaos. So yeah, just put yourself in a position where your room and environment is nice and tidy. If you know that it gets messy regularly, then find another space where you can focus and just be comfortable in, where it is nice and tidy. Go to the park, go to your friend's house, go to the top floor of where you work, where it's just clear from everyone, and yeah, you can focus and do what you need to do in a nice, simple, unchaotic environment. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I mean. Try to establish at least one friend or family member that you can turn to when you're down, that you can just confide in, you can express yourself in, and just find that safe space where you can be open. And it can go two ways, you know, they might need someone that they can talk to openly. And I guess there's no easy way to do that. I've spoken to a lot of guys who do have like their wall up. They do feel like just literally keeping everything to themselves, and that can be very, very dangerous. And I know we're living in an environment where you can't really trust people with your information and that, but I would say just take the diligent action of trying to establish who that one person, that ride or die, like that person that you can call any time of the day, and just let what is on your mind out, essentially, because keeping it running in your mind, keeping it in your heart, it can take its toll on you. Do you know what I'm saying? And you don't really want to do that. So even if you can't find that one person in your phone book or whatever, what I do personally, I pray. Yeah, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I pray, like, God help me. Sometimes I'm in my car, I'm driving, and I verbalize what I'm worried about. And I feel like just that action of just speaking it and letting it out, letting my thoughts out, just really helps, kind of helps me to focus, and just kind of, you know, helps take weight off my shoulders of just bottling it up. As I mentioned before, I've lost friends at a young age, and one of my best friends passed away. Rest in peace, Daniel DeGale. And I haven't cried so much since that death, and I likened that first time that I cried, it's like you've shaken a bottle or I feel like fizzy, gas-y liquid, is champagne or whatever, and it's just exploded. And that was me crying, that was me letting my emotions out. And since then, I'm not saying that I've been an emotional wreck, but I don't find it difficult to express like how I feel to someone, because I've been in that position where I've just held in everything. And going past that phase, I've realized that life is too short to be in that position where I've kept things to myself. And even if I express what I'm going through to others, they might be able to give me wise feedback on how I should handle the situation, but that might be an opportunity for them to say, you know what, I'm going through that as well. And then our relationship is kind of forged even like stronger just through having that conversation, man. And listen, everyone is going through things. Everyone is going through things. There's not one person that has not experienced trials and tribulations and suffering. Like, everyone goes through stuff, and you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people in your circle that have probably dealt with the issues that you might be going through or might have gone through, or issues that are to come. So don't ever feel like you're alone. Don't ever feel like you're the only one that has ever faced this situation. If you're in a situation where you can't find anyone in your circle that you can trust or talk to openly, there's local therapy that you can get, or counselling. Just look into counselling, look into therapy. Some are free sessions, some are sessions that you have to pay for, but essentially your mental health, your mind is so delicate and so important. And if you put that energy into protecting it and making sure that it's well, your life will change, man. Please don't neglect it. Please do some of these steps at least. I encourage you, and just don't keep it to yourself. Avoid toxic people or things that are constantly in your life. I remember from a very young age, I made a conscious decision to stop reading newspapers in the morning, especially. Like, I would jump on the train, literally open a newspaper, and just bad news just filter my mind constantly, morning after morning after morning. It's the point where I said, you know what, I'm not allowing, like, I get up, I'm good, I'm around my people, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm thankful, and then I sit down and read bad news, and it just affects my day, it affects my mindset. So I'm like, you know what, I don't even want any bad news just to ruin how I start my day. That's what a conscious decision that I made. So I avoided that toxic entrance, yeah, the bad vibes from early. So that's just one little thing that you can avoid. And sometimes it's difficult with people. You might be the toxic people might be your family, the people that you have to see every single day. So that's when it becomes very difficult. But if you can avoid toxic people who affect your mental health in a negative way, if you can cut them out of your life, then please aim to do so. If you know that being around them is negative, it's bad for you, it's damaging, it brings you down, don't allow them to drain you, to just constantly take from you. If you are in any position where you can at all possible, try to cut that person out in your life, and you may notice the difference. Can I just say, this is not a sponsored video, but if you do feel like you want to take further action and speak to someone, I'm going to leave a link in the description below of where you can follow up on anything that I've discussed today. Yeah, I'm sure there's loads of companies out there that can be there for you. There's always someone that can, you know, on the other end of the line, just listen to what you've got to say. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it very useful. If you want to see more content like this, just leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. And until next time, peace.